Kristoffer Kristofferson, born June 22, 1936 and died on September 28, 2024, was an American country singer, songwriter, and actor. He was a pioneering figure in the outlaw country movement of the 1970s. Among his songwriting credits are Me and Bobby McGee, For the Good Times, Sunday Mornin Comin Down, and Help Me Make It Through the Night, all of which became hits for other artists. Kristofferson was also a member of the country music supergroup The Highwaymen. He was inducted into the Country Music Hall of Fame in 2004 and received the Grammy Lifetime Achievement Award in 2014. Kristoffer had an estimated net worth of $50 million at the time of his death. Early life and education. Kristoffer Kristofferson was born in Brownsville, Texas, to Mary and Lars Henry Kristofferson, a U.S. Army Air Corps officer, later a U.S. Air Force Major General. During Kristofferson's childhood, his father pushed him toward a military career. His military family also traveled around the nation due to his father's service, although they eventually settled in San Mateo, California. After graduating from high school in 1954, Kris attended Pomona College and veered towards a career as a writer. He published various prize-winning essays and became a high-achieving student on the school's rugby, American football, and track teams. During this period, he took a job in the dredging industry. Eventually, Kristofferson graduated summa cum laude from Pomona College with a Bachelor of Arts degree in literature. Kris then obtained a scholarship to Oxford University, allowing him to study at Mornin College. Once again, he continued his athletic pursuits, competing in boxing and rugby. During these later college years, he started writing poetry and songs. He also began to record his first records with Top Rank Records. By 1960, he had graduated with a Bachelor of Philosophy in English Literature. Many years later, he was given an honorary doctorate in fine arts from Pomona College. Although Kris was already venturing into the music industry, he allowed himself to be pressured into joining the military by his family. After leaving Oxford, he joined the U.S. Army and became a second lieutenant. He then became a helicopter pilot, completed Ranger School, and was stationed in West Germany. He would eventually reach the rank of captain. During these years, Kris still managed to form a band and play music. After his tour ended, he was given the opportunity to teach English literature at West Point, but he decided to pursue a songwriting career instead. As a result, his family disowned him. Personal life. In 1961, Kristofferson married his longtime girlfriend, Frances Fran Mavia Beer, but they divorced in 1969. Kristofferson briefly dated Janis Joplin before her death in October 1970. His second marriage was to singer Rita Coolidge in 1973, ending in divorce by 1980. Kristofferson married Lisa Myers in 1983. Kristofferson and Myers owned a home in Los Flores Canyon in Malibu, California, and maintained a residence in Hana, Hawaii, on the island of Maui. Kristofferson had 8 children from his 3 marriages, 2 from his first marriage to Fran Beer, 1 from his second marriage to Rita Coolidge, and 5 from his marriage to his third wife, Lisa Kristofferson. Real estate. Kristofferson owned a home in Los Flores Canyon in Malibu and a second home on the island of Maui in Hawaii. In the 1980s, Kris bought a 550-acre ranch 3 hours north of San Francisco near a town called Elk. The property consists of 300 acres of open pasture, 250 acres of forest land, and a mile of ocean frontage. Some of the property structures date back to the 1890s when it was a dairy farm. There's a 2,400 square foot barn that has been converted into a residence and a 1,900 square foot ranch house. When the property was listed for sale in 2023, it was dubbed the Kristofferson Ranch. It was listed in August 2023 for $17.2 million. Music career. After leaving the military in 1965, Kristofferson was finally free to pursue his musical career. It wasn't easy at first, and he had to work a variety of odd jobs to make ends meet. Before he reached success, he and his first wife ended up getting a divorce. He got a job as a janitor at Columbia Recording Studios in Nashville, and he met June Carter while sweeping floors. He asked her to give his demo tape to Johnny Cash, which she did. However, Cash didn't listen to it. He also worked as a helicopter pilot during this time, which gave him the opportunity to land a helicopter in Cash's front yard. Finally, he managed to get Cash's attention, and the star finally listened to Kristofferson's tape. Cash decided to record a song that Kris had written called Sunday Mornin Comin Down, which marked the start of Kristofferson's career as a songwriter. Soon enough, other singers such as Dave Dudley were recording other songs written by Kris, including Vietnam Blues. During this period, Kristofferson also tried to release his own songs, although they were not as successful as his songs that were performed by other artists. More Kristofferson-penned singles started to hit the airwaves over the next few years, including Jody and the Kid by Roy Drewski and Once More with Feeling by Jerry Lee Lewis. His songs continued to be highly popular throughout the 1970s. In 1971, Kris released the album The Silver-Tongued Devil and I, which was his first success story as a recording artist. He has continued to move forward with his music career, eventually collaborating with artists like Willie Nelson and Dolly Parton in the 80s and beyond. In 2013, he released a new album called Feeling Mortal. Acting career. After this success, Kris ventured towards film for many years, appearing in movies like Bloom in Love, A Star is Born, and Alice Doesn't Live Here Anymore. His film career would continue for many years, and in the 2000s, he popped up once again in the Blade film franchise. Death and medical issues. In 1999, Kris underwent successful bypass surgery. He then suffered from a mysterious illness from 2004 to 2015, which was later determined to be Lyme disease. At one point, he had been diagnosed with Alzheimer's disease. In order to treat the Lyme disease, he underwent antibiotic treatments in California. Kristofferson died at his home in Maui on September 28, 2024, at the age of 88. Kristofferson said that he would like the first 3 lines of Leonard Cohen's Bird on the Wire on his tombstone. Like a bird on the wire. Like a drunk in a midnight choir. I have tried in my way to be free. Rest in peace, Kristoffer Kristofferson. You may have gone, but you will never be forgotten. Thank you for watching and kindly subscribe, like and share this video to family and friends.